Hey guys, so here and welcome back to some more Azur. I am not proud of the fact that I have put off Azur until August 12th and the event goes out in 6 days. And it's currently 10:23 p.m. Yeah, I have a lot we need to do with the event, so let's just get right into it, shall we? I don't even know what type of event it is either. Royal Island, several days prior. That concludes our report regarding Northern Parliament's war efforts. It roughly lines up with the information they released, but I'd like to hear your opinions. The Northern Parliament demonstrated strength far surpassing our expectations during the previous operation. The fact that they, with such a formidable fighting force, would request our aid does not bode well. I thought that capturing the iceberg stronghold would suppress siren activity. I know how to say that now. But it instead seems to have sent them into a rampage. What an unforeseen disaster. Up until now, the Northern Parliament has done well in containing the Saurians to the Arctic. Indeed, should they be defeated, the Saurians would flow outward, threatening not only the Union-held side of the Northern Pacific, but also the Royal Islands. As if I would allow that. I agree. In other words, can I take it that the Royal Navy has no objections to supporting the Northern Parliament? The Eagle Union will provide relief supplies, and the Royal Navy will form a force consisting of a transport fleet and escort fleet to deliver the supplies to the Northern Parliament. Your Majesty, your Council. I accept the proposal. By the way, what's going on with the Iron Blood? Allow Sister Sarah to explain. According to the intel, the Iron Blood seems to be moving their forces to the Barents Sea. So please be careful when passing through that area. They're seriously after the polar route. Bring it on. If that's how they want to do things, we'll be sure to show them some Royal Navy hospitality. Ellie, are you sure about that? We've got to teach them a lesson about the folly of trying to mess with the polar route. In that case, we'll provide the supplies as agreed upon. One more issue, though, regarding the commander's situation. Yes, if I recall, the commander had plans to stay in the Northern Parliament a bit longer, and told you to stay behind to manage the war situation. Right, I received a message from the Northern Parliament, and they seem to want to extend the commander's stay. What a time to be making such a request. Of course we're opposed to that. After we deliver the relief supplies, the war situation over there should improve, and there won't be any reason for Commander to stay in that walk-in freezer of a country. You know, actually, if they're going to be difficult, why don't we take a fleet from SD City's naval headquarters and retrieve the Commander ourselves? Isn't SD City already too tied up dealing with the Sakura Empire to handle something like that? I have a better idea, so listen up. So why don't we just have a transport fleet escort the commander back to the Eagle Union? This is a prime chance to show the commander the leadership of the Royal Navy, and maybe go sightseeing around Europa as well. Come on, Elizabeth, this is your chance. You'll have to make preparations too, so nothing goes wrong in this operation. I have no objections. Yes, I'll be sure to make the proper arrangements. To summarize Her Majesty's Council, after delivering the Eagle Union supplies to the Northern Parliament, the commander will be welcome here in the Royal Islands before being escorted back to the Eagle Union. With that in order, we may work as one to complete this operation. Regarding the leasing of equipment and supplies, to promote the victory of Azur over the Saurians and to achieve other goals that benefit the Eagle Union, as agreed upon by the legislative body of the Eagle Union, this bill shall be passed into law as a bill of the highest order for the sake of the winning the war. The following items are applicable to this bill. War supplies refer to the following: any armaments, ammunition, planes, or ships. All of the following with the exception of items that directly count towards naval power. Machines, facilities, tools, and supplies necessary for production, processing, repair, and/or maintenance. Any components or basic materials of the items aforementioned? Naturally. I don't know why I didn't say 1, 2, or 3 while saying any of that, but, well, moving on. Aurora. Noctis. So what type of event even is this? I have no clue. Is it like the last event that we did? Okay, yeah. It might very well be like that. Now, just for my own sake and sanity with the fact that I royally messed up putting it off for so long. Well, I mean, I had a lot of other events I needed to do. Yeah. I will only be showing the boss fights of each area. So I will see you guys in the boss fight once we actually get done with the story. The Great Arctic Fleet. Several fleets formed to deliver crucial relief supplies in Northern Parliament, but there may be an ulterior strategy. And let's go. Upon receiving relief supplies from the Union, the Royal Navy quickly assembled their transport and escort fleets. Their mission was to pass through the barren seas polar night, in other words, the extremely disadvantageous task of running a convoy through a prolonged darkness. However, the Northern Parliament's requests had to be prioritized. Fortunately, the winds were favorable when the fleet departed from the Royal Islands. It's about time to depart, Hermione. I hope I'll have you finish your preparations. Yes, the transport and escort fleets, as well as the supporting main fleet and vanguard, have all been assembled. We can set sail once the supplies are loaded. Very well. As representatives of the Royal Maids in this operation, please fulfill the duties entrusted to you by Her Majesty. Understood. Hermione, what's the matter? Huh? Oh, my apologies. I was just a bit nervous. Oh my, is this your first major mission in quite some time? I have no doubt about your abilities, Hermione. If anything, I hope you'll be able to look after my sister. Gosh, Belle, what do you mean by that? I'm perfectly capable of looking after myself. I know, in any case, let's go with the mission objectives one last time. We are to form a fleet to transport relief supplies to Northern Parliament. We will then retrieve the commander and come back to the Royal Islands before transferring. If the Iron Blood tries to intercept us, the supporting fleet and main fleet will join up to eliminate the threat. And finally, our secret mission to collect information about the Northern Union and about the reenactments. See, I remembered all of that. I've even reviewed the reports about the Northern Parliament, yes, the Iceberg Stronghold. Well done, Miss Edinburgh. Was that Edinburgh reading that saying that the entire time? This is the one game where you can't actually go back and look. I don't know if I just skipped any text. Yes, praise me more. I'm Belle's older sister after all, so you can count on me. Alright, Hermione, Sheffield, Edinburgh. I'll look forward to the good news. Understood. I'll do my best. Damn, why can't Belle just praise me? If Her Majesty bothered to come all the way out to port, then she might be. Sorry, Belfast, but there's still something that's bothering me. Please take care of Her Majesty. I will, Sheffy. Make sure you all stay safe. Glory to the Queen. Is Her Majesty thinking of coming along? Baron C, Royal Navy Escort Fleet. Everyone, I have some bad news. The Northern Parliament's destroyer fleet, which was supposed to join us, was suddenly summoned to the front lines and no longer will be coming. Wow, they're even pulling the old destroyers to the front lines. It seems to be the case. I heard that even the commander went to help out. Even the commander? We might not be able to fulfill our mission even after they're dropping off the supplies then. If things go south, the boss won't be able to leave the Northern Parliament then. That's not good. I hope the commander stays safe. Worst case scenario, we'll have to ask Her Majesty if we can directly reinforce them on the front line as well. Worst case scenario, huh? What's with this awful weather though? Neither the sun nor the wind seems to be on our side. The weather is not going to deter the Iron Blood. All we can hope for is that they won't be able to exercise their air power to its fullest extent. At least we're not the only ones being affected. Based on the fact that our fleets haven't been detected yet, the unblood recon planes seem to also be running into problems. I guess for the time being, our decoy will be working well. Is working well? I hope that's the case. Right now, I'm more concerned about submarines. Our detection systems won't work as well in this turbulent weather. Oh no. Do I really? Do I have the submarine detector on this fleet? Oh god. That's true. After we can talk things through with the Ironclad and resolve things peacefully. I appreciate the optimism, but I don't think they're coming to chat. In any case, let's all keep our wits about us. The people fighting on the front lines are waiting for our aid. Indeed. Oh, it's time to check in with the supporting fleet. Appreciate it. To the Royal Navy HQ, the escort fleet is currently en route to Northern Parliament as planned. No abnormalities detected in surrounding waters yet. Over. Okay. Under the endless night effect, it is impossible to discern the composition of enemy fleets before engaging them in combat. Please approach with caution. I was about to say, so what you're essentially saying is that they are potentially submarines. But no, there's literally a submarine girl right there. So it's still basically showing that we see submarines. A colorful band of light shimmers across the night skies of the barren sea, illuminating the sea along with the stars. So this is an Aurora, absolutely breathtaking. Like a sash of light weaving across the infinite darkness, how it makes this eye resonate with power. What do you mean by that? That's not anything you need to learn, Hermione, and the fact that we can see the Aurora means that there aren't any clouds, which also means it'll be easier for both us and the enemy to spot each other, right? Whoa, an Ironblood recon plane has just showed up, telling a mass-produced ship. I knew they'd be here. Soon they'll bear down upon us with their entire force. The illumination from the Aurora has given them the perfect window to strike. The sky is changing way too quickly. Is this the world's influence? Jamaica, now's not the time to tap into the power stored within your eye. Oh. Those two may be an odd duo, but it's working out. Eagle, your hunch was right. However, we're not going to be able to change the weather, so we'll have to make the best of this situation. That's right. I'll suppress their air power, so stay vigilant to enemy submarines and protect the transport fleet. Here's what I have to say about, that. Tweet. I can't take on a submarine without the sonar, man. I can't. Had I known that, I would have done it from square one, but I didn't know that. And isn't that then great? Because I can't use this fleet. I need to use this one. Okay. Now that we are finally back, we have the ability to detect submarines. Lurk quietly, approach quietly, and strike quietly. There you are, Ironclad submarine. What? How'd you find me? Turn back, Ironclad submarine. As the escort fleet of the Royal Navy's polar transport fleet, we ask that you turn back at once. How bold of you to attack a convoy that I'm personally escorting. Bad chance of that happening. Our main fleet will be here shortly, so you should gear up before things get ugly. Ironblood's main fleet is coming. What should we do? Apparently, you have no intention of surrendering your cargo. But too bad for you, today is going to be my big break, and it's going to be my stepping stones towards the greatness. Let me guess, the next thing you're going to say is, come at me. In that case, Hermione, commencing anti-submarine combat for Her Majesty the Queen. Agatakoi! Look at all the torpedoes that she can spew out, jeez. U-73! You see what I've noticed though is that These submarines actually tend to come up for air. The enemies actually seem like they come up for air. Which makes it to where you don't really need a sonar. Unless you have to have a sonar for them to actually come up out of the water eventually. I have no clue. Crap, they're really getting serious. I need to reload my torpedo tubes. We'll settle this later.
After forcing Hermione to swerve sharply to evade her last torpedo, U-73 quickly dove under the waters and retreated from the battlefield.
After all that talk, she didn't even last an episode. It seems she didn't bring an entire wolf pack with her. She's really just acting alone. I neutralized the Air Force as well. As for other submarines, I'm not picking up on any. Does this mean we've successfully repelled them? Any damages? I don't think so. Nobody got hit, right? How bizarre. You're right, it makes no sense to send such a small force to attack an entire convoy. Maybe they were just trying to gauge our strength. That submarine said something about the main fleet being on its way. Not sure what do you think they could learn from an engagement like that? But that's right. Even if there was a main fleet on its way, it'd be too late to respond by the time we report it back. Wait a second, what if they were trying to lure us into a certain position? You mean they were trying to separate us from the support fleet? Oh no, the support fleet is in danger. It's too early to say that. The Iron Blood shouldn't know that another fleet is even here, let alone their position. I'll send another recon out to reassess the situation. Hermione, Jamaica. Both of you stay vigilant. Yes, ma'am. Now I will see you guys in the next story part. Oh, hey, look, blueprints for a sonar. Thank you. We need to grind. Oh, wait, no, technically we don't even need to grind the points anymore. We technically just need to finish the event, right? Wait, no, crap, we do. There was one more girl that we need 10,000 points for. And I need to grind a heck of a lot of points within 6 days. Oh, that's gonna be a pain. We're receiving communications from the Naval HQ. It's from Her Majesty. Notifying all fleets. Tirpitz and Shawhorn's sisters are. Anyway, the Ironclad's main fleet is heading towards the Barren Sea. Have all ships turn around right now and intercept their fleet. They're bringing all those battleships out here. Great, that shouldn't be right, huh? Can you repeat that again? Should a message order us to turn around and intercept their fleet? It's true that the Royal Navy doctrine encourages us to proactively take the fight to the enemy if they seek to assemble their forces against us, but even when we're on a transport mission. If we turned around and left, what would the transport fleet do? That's right, if Northern Parliament and Eagle Union get attacked, they'll be in big trouble. I don't think Her Majesty would choose this place for a decisive confrontation. With the Iron Blood, surely there's some kind of mistake. I'll double check. You said if we retreated, so did the Air Squadron. Now the Royal Navy fleet is safe for the time being. They're still maintaining the defenses. The escort fleet is staying vigilant. Well, what do you expect from such an optimistic plan? It's not like an escort fleet would randomly abandon a convoy. Like, what the heck is that Lush thinking anyway? What again? Didn't she tell us to wait patiently for an opening? If we wait a bit longer, maybe the escort fleet will decide to leave. And if they don't, we'll still have our chance soon. Sure, I've got time to kill anyway.
You got lots of time to kill. Of course you do. A2, hold the light. Right on. An Aurora illuminates the night sky and sets the battlefield ablaze. Stay alert and find the enemy before they find us. Ooh. Unknown location.
Eugen, you should take your sweet time. What the hell are you doing? Calm down, Heepa. Your cute face will get all wrinkly if you pout so much. I can't calm down because you're the one in charge of the operation. If that's so, isn't our mighty Ted Pitts the flagship this time? Anyway, to put on the finishing touches. Do I care to sort yet? You've got some nerve to keep me waiting here like this. No matter how airtight they think their plan is, we'll stab it full of holes. Aha! Let's show those pompous bastards an explosively good time. I've always been alone, but now with everyone.
Okay, how many voices do you think I can actually do, game? Good God.
I know how you feel, Spee. Cherish this moment you are needed for the Iron Blood to achieve victory. Now, Mercurial Light of the North, how shall we bend to you to achieve your victory?
Although, let's just be honest, they all sound exactly the same.
If you wish to snare the core fleet of the Iron Blood, you may not like what you find in your net. Now, show me how you dance, my little queen and your loyal followers. Victory to the Iron Blood.
Uh-huh, sure. Sea, Royal Navy supporting fleet.
A previous Great War, huh? Vampire, you already know what that was like, right? Of course, I have more experience fighting the Sailors than any of you. Back then, the Iron Blood and Royal Navy both fought the Sailors together as a part of Echelon. But now, we're traversing through this endless darkness to try to eliminate them.
Suddenly, a dazzling array of light wove through the sky, illuminating the position of the Royal Navy supporting fleet. The shimmering expanse mapped the starry sky onto the water's surface, bathing Perseus and the others in a scene of fairy tale-like beauty.
My goodness. It's like a painting coming to life. Usually the paintings try to capture this kind of beauty, but your point is well taken. You do note, however, that we have an increased probability to be detected and attacked because of this increased visibility. Do people have no sense of romance these days? First of all, it is abnormal and unscientific for such a large-scale aurora to suddenly appear out of nowhere. Natural phenomena like this do appear in the Polar North, though it is strange that we didn't see any signs of an aurora given the visibility. That is reasonable. I may be overthinking things, but please be very careful. Sheffield, all that work cannot possibly be good for your health. There is such splendor before you, and it would simply be sinful to not relax and appreciate it. My sincerest apologies, but we are in the middle of an operation, Miss Vampire. If your soul is in need of cleaning, you may perhaps find my services adequate. I shall pass on that. Vampire, don't you think it's a good idea to have your casket freshened up a little? Huh?
I mean, does a vampire live in a casket? I mean, we don't really know. That was way faster than I thought it would be.
According to the information we have, the Northern Parliament is in peril, and even the commander is fighting on the front lines. I can only pray for everyone's safety. You don't seem like the praying type, worried about the commander. It is our directive to escort the commander back to the Royal Islands. Surely you have no objections to those orders? Nope, not at all. Everyone, I'd like you to remind you that there may be more pressing matters than how the commander and Northern Parliament are faring. Is the Iron Blood making their move? The recons we sent out seem to have found the enemy fleet, and it looks like a storm is coming for us. A storm? My apologies, but I'm not observing anything to corroborate that. I'm talking about the enemy. Ted Pitts and Scharnhorst's sisters are there, as well as Deutschland and Graf Spee. Then there's Prince Eugen, Admiral Heepa, and a massive number of mass-produced ships. Our tin buckets stand no chance against us. We'll smash them to pieces if they try to approach our transport fleet. Do we know where they're headed? Let's see. They seem to be coming straight at us. How is that possible? Unlike the much larger transport fleet, we should have been concealed the entire time. Besides, we just made contact with the escort fleet, and we haven't seen any ships get inside our detection range. That means our communications must have been intercepted. Alright, we can speculate about that later. A ridiculously huge fleet is coming straight at us, so we need to decide if we're going to fight or run. We've already been spotted, so I don't think running will do us any good at this point. We'd best call the main fleet and engage the enemy at once. As Her Majesty planned, I shall destroy the Iron Fleet's main fleet.
Hell yeah, you will.
The Northern Lights actually came out at a time like this. The only one who could have devised this plan is Weekend. Nay, it must have been the assistant Friedrich der Grobe. Of course, it's her plan, but you know, she's such a stickler about the details. It's killing me. Oh my, is that a royal recon plan? What are we ever to do if they find out about our plans? Now for the next move. Prince Weekend, we've intercepted a transmission from the Royal Navy's supporting fleet. Well done, how proud I am of our wonderful ironclad technology. I wonder whose name I should use next. Maybe that little queen's name will be a bit more believable. Prince Eugen, you're having too much fun with this. It's not like I particularly enjoy my job, but you also wouldn't want to face the Royal Navy head-on, would you? Anyway, I'm going to go relay the proper timing of the attack to the submarines. I know, but how long will the Royal Navy continue to move according to our expectations? The submarines are the wedges that will fracture the reenactment. What matters is that they will appear there, not whether we can actually draw away the escort fleet. And of course, we can't have a little support fleet here getting in the way, now can we?
I mean... no? Guess not. But how's about you let us go anyway? That'd be nice.
Admiral Heeper's group has spoken up for the main fleet and is rapidly approaching us. They won't even let us stall for time, huh? However, they now split up the forces. Even if we are unable to take on the entire main force, we should be more than capable of taking on a force of destroyers and cruisers. Sheffield is right. I'll try to head toward Howe's position as I fight. Hopefully that's the only trick they have up their sleeves. Oh.
Oh, no. The Iron Blood are way more devious and tricky than we ever give them credit for. Hey, we beat Eugen! Well, that's it. Game over. We won. What's not?
My eye holds the forbidden power of bewitchment. The devilish idol shall teach you the true meaning of fear. Rise in utter defeat.
Wait. Did we... aren't we using that exact same girl as E46 on the other fleet?
Awkward, she's fighting herself. My eye controls the infinite darkness of undying night. Kneel in terror before vampire and teeth your fresh blood.
Teeth? One or two. I believe it's teeth.
What? The true blood? The true blood? Girls, what are you two doing over there? I'd like to know that too. I never thought there'd be another person on the same wavelength as Z36. I've heard much about you, Admiral Heeper. It's a pleasure to meet you in person. I am Perseus, Royal Navy aircraft carrier. Huh? A pleasure. You've already started attacking us. A lady of the Royal Navy must conduct herself with grace and elegance at all times. With that out of the way, I hope that we can have a cordial relationship. Yeah, cordial my ass. Damn it, you coward. If you want to fight, face me fair and square. That would be strategically disadvantageous, so please forgive me for being unable to accept your proposal. Hey, get your filly ass back here. You're not getting away with this.
Heepa's a little bit upset that Sheffield was going ninja style. From behind. Okay, I'll see you guys when we are on A3.
Sorry, Heepa. Vampire and the others got away. Don't worry, it's not your fault. There's only so much you can do with all those planes circling over us. They might be a pain to deal with, but they'll just make better for prey this way. I already told you that before, didn't I?
Did it fix it? Did it read normally? I don't know.
Thanks for holding Heepa back. We should be safe for a while. I don't think so. The Unblad's main fleet is already joined up with Heepa. How are their battleships moving that fast? Perseus, are you absolutely certain that the Unblad's main fleet has joined up with Admiral Heepa? What do you mean? I'm sure I saw a ship in the distance. It might just be my imagination, or could you send your recon planes a bit closer to the Ironblood fleet? I don't mind, but that runs the risk of it getting shut down. Wait, what's this? Sunpete and Shonhorn stay to your guns aren't responding. Do they not feel like wasting ammo on a single recon plane? No, this has to be. I knew it. The main fleet is actually a bunch of dummies. Vampire, Perseus, let's turn around and take out the enemy.
The evidence was clear. A speed that was inconsistent with that of a battleship to anti-air weapons that didn't react. In other words, Third Pitts is not here.
Gosh, we almost got tricked by their decoy. It's only natural that we'd be wary of a main fleet.
Yeah, it is only natural. A3. An uninvited guests. An uninvited guests. Why am I putting an uninvited guests? A new Seiren fleet arrives, disrupting the Royal Navy's operation plans. Fight or flight. The time to choose is now. After we get rid of the extras in our dock, then the time will be now. Bering Sea, Royal Navy maiden fleets.
We just passed the Svalbard Islands.
I don't know why I was about to say planes.
Soon we'll enter Northern Parliament's waters. Thank you, Cutters. Your experience has been invaluable. Escorting is my forte after all. The transport fleet has made it past the halfway point safely. So far, we haven't seen anything out of the ordinary. And we make sure to check your communications equipment regularly. Do keep in mind that a high intensity Aurora like this is likely to affect radio transmissions. Yeah, I know. So far, all communication equipment is working correctly, but we haven't received any transmissions. My hearing that the Ironblood would be coming out to play was getting me quite motivated. It would have been an excellent opportunity to display my charisma and leadership after all. Charismatic. Is that really necessary? Won't your reputation improve if we just safely deliver the cargo and brought back the commander? Well, of course. But wouldn't it be a bit boring if things ended like this? See, I'm all decked out to fight the Ironblood's main fleet. About that, I heard that Bismarck hasn't been commanding the fleet directly as of late, and has delegated that responsibility to some assistants. Ted Pitts, Godsby, and Sean, her sisters, all suffered various degrees of damage during prior confrontations. Seeing if the main fleet showed up, I don't think it'd be the kind of battle that Valiant is hoping for. It's a pity we won't get be getting any fireworks to go with this Aurora. But I, Valiant, the Honorable Queen Elizabeth-class battleship, will not underestimate our foes. I'll show these Ironblood cowards that they have no claim upon this route. I wonder if I'm supposed to break out into applause now. By the way, I noticed that we've only engaged with enemy submarines so far. But yet, why don't we just send a message to the Ironblood fleet and challenge them to a decisive battle? We're ready for them after all. Well, wait, did we just say to not underestimate the enemy? Something like that wouldn't be advisable. The quickest path to victory seems to be duking it out with the enemy, face to face. The Northern Parliament urgently needs our help, so why don't we tell Her Majesty that we'll have to teach those nasty sailors a lesson before we can bring the commander back. Unless something drastic happens, I don't think the Northern Parliament will allow us to directly intervene on the battlefield. What should we do? We can always ask for permission after we get there, but I wonder why the Northern Parliament is still so reserved about asking for aid, even in their current situation. I shouldn't be overthinking things, though. We still have to get there safely after all.
Yeah, that you do. I saw you, submarine. Although that was mine. I'm getting spooked by my own submarines now. Because they look just like the enemies. Because I'm literally using the enemies' fleet. I have turtle pits, I have glass speed, I have Deutschland. I'm literally using my enemies' ships to fight. Mainly because I'm also trying to get Grobe as our ship that we're building. I'm still nowhere near that.
It's a message. We got a message from the support fleet. The Unplanned main fleet is moving towards the support fleet. Turbot and Scharnhort's sisters are with them, requesting immediate assistance from the main fleet. Ironclad have finally shown themselves. Huh? So they brought out the big guns. Too bad that won't save them from Valiant's charismatic leadership. Just as Her Majesty predicted. Valiant, let's hurry and back them up. It's time to drive the Iron Blood from the seas. Exactly. That was the Royal Navy main fleet. Change course and advance towards the Iron Blood fleet.
Yeah, you sure you guys aren't just being, led into a trap? I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a trap.
Lady Valiant, watch out! Whoa, I shot any bird. But damn, was that a Saiyan carrier just now? We just got a message from Northern Parliament. Some Saiyans have broken through the defense line and are making their way towards us. Bloody hell, they could have told us before the Saiyans got here. What's Northern Parliament doing anyway? Here, Cutters. Any news about the commander? Yes, there's an addendum. The commander says that the breach in the defensive line has been fortified. There weren't enough forces to spare to chase after the Saiyans. Oh, at least the commander is safe. But we're going to be in a spot of trouble over here. Should we deal with the Saiyans first, or back up our allies first? What do you think? The Saiyans are popping out left and right, so we're not going to be able to go anywhere without dealing with them first. You're right. We won't be able to accomplish our objective unless we defeat the Saiyans. Apparently, a new type of Saiyan appeared from the Iceberg stronghold. Please be careful. Great, the commander and the Eagle Union's intel gathering has pulled through for us again. Everyone, prepare to face the Saiyans.
Hi, yes ma'am. We shall get rid of every last Saiyan that ever comes after us. Obstructed class. I like the look of this Saiyan.
Nice.
Now, I'm still of mind that I would like to actually see a Saiyan actually become a ship that we can actually get. I think that'd be kind of cool, but at the same time, how you would do that story-wise, I do not know.
Reloading complete. Icarus, commencing all-out attack. Your fighting style is a lot more dynamic than your appearances might suggest. Anyone who would harm my friends will be punished with overwhelming firepower. But I wish I could actually had overwhelming firepower just like you, how? I don't think it would be possible to get battleship tier firepower to a destroyer. Well, let's just do the best we can given our options. Your bravery is commendable. There's really no benefit for you two. But still, it'd be great to be able to overwhelm the enemy with great firepower.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like I know a certain little destroyer on a certain other Azur lane game that becomes really powerful that I had in my team the entire time and just absolutely destroyed battleships and everything else. It was fun. I need to go back and actually finish it still. Almost done with that. Okay, now, if there's any more story on uninvited guests, I'll show it. If not, I'll then end the episode.
I thought I had a good grasp of the situation from looking over the data, but this new type of Saiyan is far more troublesome than I anticipated. the escort fleet wouldn't be able to handle enemies like these if the transport fleet gets attacked. We can't afford to waste any more time here and group up with the transport fleet. But the support fleet is still drawing the attention of the Iron Blood. If we don't go help out, we can't disappear the escort fleet, but the support fleet needs our help too. Get into contact with the Naval HQ. Worst case scenario, the support fleet still has the option to retreat to the Royal Islands. But then the Iron Blood fleet would turn around and pinch us. And that's what they want, then we'll give it to them. They shall know that Valiant loses to no foe. I'm trying to send a message, but I'm not getting a response. This must be the doing of those accursed sailors. We don't even know if the message got through to headquarters. Damn, what do we do now? But then, the only option is to go all out. Valiant, your decision. I want to be made a fool of in front of Elizabeth. Let's review our options. Anyway, our primary objective is to protect the transport fleet so they can deliver its cargo to Northern Parliament. That's right. We don't need to defeat the Iron Blood, only repel them. The support fleet might be in trouble, but with their speed, they should be able to avoid the worst case. The same can't be said for the slow-moving convoy. Indeed, if the assailants were to attack, the transport fleet would be fine, but all our cargo would be lost. Right? Given the dire situation the Commander and Northern Parliament are in, that is an unacceptable outcome. The effects of not aiding Northern Parliament are dire as well. If the assailants expand outwards from the Arctic Circle, they'll threaten the Royal Islands and the Eagle Union as well. If we cannot accomplish our mission, this entire front will collapse. Damn it! Valiant. I made up my mind. The main fleet will stay its course. We will stop the assailants here and protect the transport fleet. Then, what about everyone the support fleet? We'll have them retreat to the Royal Islands. Next, we'll try to contact Iron Blood and hope they understand that the Crimson Oxy and Asheline shouldn't fight in front of the Sairens. Hopefully they can be convinced to back off. Agreed. That is the most sensible option at the moment. There's no situation that I, Valiant, cannot resolve. First, let's put a halt to the Sairens' advance.
So, with that, I'm going to end this episode here. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys next one. But we will be continuing on into the second half of the event. And hopefully, maybe potentially finish it off. And then grind all the points, like usual. Get the final girl, which is Icarus, I believe. And then I can actually say that I managed to actually do it within 6 days. Possibly only 5.5, but still, yeah. It's gonna become a real pain. I hope I can do it.